Hi, this is Alessio Rastani of Leading Trader. Hope you're well. In this video, we're going to take a look at two very important pieces of data that relate to the stock markets and also to Bitcoin. And I'm going to show you what impact this could have both on Bitcoin and also on the stock markets, what particular meaning this could have. Let's begin with the first chart here. Now, this chart you see here is the seasonality of the stock market. Now, in just a few moments, I'll show you the seasonality of Bitcoin as well. But first of all, let's just focus on the stock markets first. You see, going back for the last 50 years, this seasonality chart tells us that in the month of June, which is what we're entering right now, the stock markets, as you see here, have a bearish bias. In other words, a negative bias. Okay? In other words, what this chart is telling us how the stock markets usually behave in the specific months of the year. All right? So for example, the strongest month of the year happens to be April. Again, going back 50 years of data on the Dow. And also this can apply to the S&P as well. But certainly the weakest and the worst months for the stock markets tend to be the months of June, which is the month we're in right now, and also the month of September, as you can see here. September actually tends to have a worse record than June. In case you're wondering about Bitcoin, well, here's the chart on Bitcoin. I'll just quickly show you that as well. As you can see here, very similar situation. In fact, we're entering the month of June here, as you can see, and the period from June to October, as you can see here, has actually a bearish bias. In other words, this data, which captures 7 years of Bitcoin behavior, actually shows to us that in the months between June and October, we actually have a bearish bias. All right, so the month of June doesn't have a particular good record, and actually the period from June to October is not a great period for Bitcoin and the cryptos either. Now, there is something important that I should tell you, which is that seasonality may be useful, and it's a great piece of information to have, but it's actually more like an unreliable friend. It's a bit like the friend that tells you he's going to be there to make an appointment with you, but it doesn't show up or comes really late, you know?
So once again, if you haven't had a chance, I highly recommend you check out Alessio Rastani's channel. I love his analysis, and I'm going to agree with him. In fact, I'm going to go a little bit further. You can't really predict stuff like this, so it's good to look at previous trends. And if you continue to watch the video, he'll say you need to take it with a grain of salt. So my opinion, obviously, I'm setting buy limit orders. If Bitcoin is under 6,000, I'm going to hopefully be buying more Bitcoin and adding to my position. And that's not just Bitcoin. I'm also looking to buy Ethereum, especially if I can get Ethereum for under $400. But it does look like we could see another dip. Like I said, this isn't the greatest season for Bitcoin historically, and I am still very bullish, and I'm still very optimistic about a $1 billion market cap by the end of the year 2018, beginning of 2019. And the thing with cryptos, at least, is when there is a bounce, it moves really quick. And obviously it's been stagnant, it's been kind of dead this last 3 months, as you can kind of tell, and we're still waiting to get out of the bear cycle. But like I said, historically, if there's going to be a move, it's more likely going to start in October, November, December. Those are the stronger months for crypto, so I'm not worried that it's kind of dead right now, and I just kind of look at this as a buying opportunity. But let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon.